Start recording. Thud was heard, so yeah, we can't be heard.
Thunder.
Thud hammer. Probably get up the IRC chat just in case.
Stupid thing. I put in the right password. Thank you for taking all of my key presses.
I was about to say, is Tabletop Sim being a bitch?
No, what?
What are you talking about? Why are you insulting me?
That punch through failed attempt 3.
You're in on my end.
For fuck's sake.
Must have been attempt 4.
Yep, you're in as well.
Yep.
Because it's still loading.
Why? Alright, what am I supposed... Are we supposed to be...
now all of the text garbled.
Wait, why do we have the roan? Are we doing roan today?
No.
No.
Cody left it there.
Yeah.
Cody left the book there, and we don't really have a good PDF of the Tales of Equestria, so that's why I didn't exactly do anything to change it.
So
Again,
that tablet is just roan, so I can tell it to cancel?
Yeah, you can tell it to cancel.
the
Good for you. Do
best
your
I could
color.
do-
And all the fucking avatars are dots. So what is this supposed to be? Where my hand is?
Buildings.
That would be like right here. I think that was an MLP model, but
Yeah, it's just a rarity model that's just sitting there.
most of us it's now dots.
Why in the world do you guys... jeez, I wish I knew why in the world you guys keep seeing dots. Alright.
Well, I have an easy way to get for the tokens, though.
I can't hear you, and there's a lot of thudding coming from somewhere.
You can't use rarity for all of us since it's majority. I agree with majority Earth Pony and Pegasus.
Crim,
I'm
you're
pretty
making
sure I'm the
a
only
lot of
unicorn.
thumping.
Alright. So I was messing with the stapler.
Okay. Alright, okay.
What's the zoom key? Isn't it Z? There.
Oh, yeah, it is Z. Yeah. There you go.
Just peachy plums.
Okay.
Bargain.
Sorry. Well, the original idea was going to have you grab one of the main 6 figures and just color it down to the color you like and use that as your movement figure. But since they're dots, that's not exactly going to help, is it?
No.
No.
Alright.
Hey, what about the tokens that you? What about the models you used for the puppets? The puppets.
I mean, it's entirely possible that... Actually, in this particular map, they may work okay. Just gotta remember that you're not that large. Okay.
So, I can see your twilight, which probably means I can see the rest.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
you have your
but
choice if you... You have your choice if you want. If you can see the main 6, go ahead and use those, or you can use one of the 3 figures here. Just make a copy of it.
Well, since some people can't, it's probably
I can't
best to
copy,
just...
dude.
Control C, Control V.
Dude,
Or just-
I legit can't.
Oh.
I right click, can't copy.
All right. Okay, you can grab it out of the bag of infinity that we have over here anyway.
The fuck? I'm looking at the Omni one real quick.
Peggy.
It's an alicorn.
Brody!
Or you could steal one of these up front that I already pulled out if you feel so inclined.
Okay.
We probably could have used these for fucking Roan figures.
We tried to, but the problem is that with the maps that Cody designs, we can't shrink them down any further, and they literally take up an entire room. I mean, they're great for world mapping like this, but in more close quarters, not so much. If we could shrink them downer, if we could just get them a little bit downer, yes, they would be beautiful. But I actually found other tokens that I could use. I just haven't had a chance to take a look at them yet. Make sure they're not snappy.
Do you have these in different, like in a different material?
Why is that green box floating?
What green box?
Holy crap, it is floating. Huh, go figure.
All hail the magical, mystical floating box.
You know, I have
Where?
no idea. There's the green box that is your guys' clubhouse.
Oh, is that going to be our start point?
Yep, you're a starting point. You have a tree house in the middle of the
Okay.
forest.
Hold on.
And we should probably special name these.
Let me go to my Google fucking drive and get my fucking shit.
Can I special name this?
No.
Oh, actually, you can't. If you go into custom, you can actually change the material.
I don't see a custom.
If you right, oh, you got to right click on it. Okay.
I am right clicking on it.
I know it. I realize that. Okay.
You have all of them.
I got all of the
because-
power. Okay. So
Yeah,
for the
mine is plastic, man.
not a problem. Which one is yours?
The gray one.
Gray one it is.
Why did
It's
someone
right by
put one
your
on
hand,
top
right
of mine?
You're
Right here, dude, where my hand is.
Yeah, I just
Because
grabbed. I just did.
reasons.
Oh, you're hiding in the bushes. I'm gonna have to change that other one back to metal then.
No, that could be used as a statue or some shit. Ow.
Okay, so gray is now plastic. We got 4 different initial ones: plastic, metal, wood, cardboard, and if you want, I can try just messing around with the Fresnel strength, spectacular sharpness, and all sorts of other crap, and see if I can make something crazy out of it.
Oh, wait, no. Let's take a look at what the other materials look like too. See,
All right.
for the colors.
Okay, we'll use this unicorn figure real fast.
Yeah.
Okay. This is plastic.
All right.
This is wood. Doesn't really change the color all that much, but it probably changed how it looks and everything.
What's the unicorn that? Where's the unicorn that you're doing it on? This white one right here.
Yeah, this white one right in front of you all.
All right.
This is
That doesn't,
cardboard.
doesn't look like it's made of wood though.
Well, it's made out of cardboard now. Here, let me change it to a color and see if it actually changes how the color looks on it. We will choose green.
All right, let's put it on wood. Because if it's made of wood, you would think that it would have like you would think they would add like a little bit of grain type texture to it.
Well, it definitely gets rid of the shine. You can see it right there. There's a wood. There's a wood.
Yeah, like it's matted.
Yeah. And there's cardboard. It just makes it a lot darker. And plastic, ooh, much shinier. So basically it changes how shiny it is.
All right.
Anybody else wanted to change their thing
Yeah,
here?
let's have it on wood though.
I have 2.
Oh, okay, okay. I could change your guys' name too here.
All right, gray is mine.
Okay, Gray, and we shall have you, of course, as Silent.
Didn't know. I use my actual OC name.
Yeah, Silent.
Blast.
Silent Blast is a whole character name.
Silent Blast. Sorry, I knew I was missing the M part there, and it was driving me crazy. So, yep, you're labeled now as Silent Blast. Anybody else want to change their name?
Yeah, just do Lewa Gale, Lewa space GALE.
Okay, now pretend I know which model you're talking about.
Dude, just PM, PM Circuit how your name's spelled.
Or you could edit it yourself.
Oh, you can edit it?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Scarlet did. Okay, yeah, right-click on your name. Right at the bottom, it says something pony figure. You can actually remove the information off of that and put in your name.
Wouldn't your name be Scarlet Friendship, though?
No, she doesn't have a secondary name.
But it said Scarlet Friendship on your thing.
No, friendship is
No, it's friendship is the friendship
box.
label.
Yeah.
Okay,
Boom.
Morning Glory is the blue one. I'd like it to not have the sheen to it.
So get it on wood.
Morning Glory. Okay, well we
No.
can get it on wood or cardboard. Let me show you the two. This is wood. This is cardboard.
Bean burrito.
Either will work.
Well, we'll go with wood. Because it feels classy.
There's a little bit of a sheen to it, but don't complain.
No, it's just a light ingredient. It's not bad. Shahir.
All right, then who's this? Who's this? Who's this
That-
Pegasus?
Some
So,
nameless person. It's just some nameless person.
Maybe time.
Toa has to be metal since he usually plays robots.
Yeah, we'll give him the metal figure for that.
Metal.
But he's got a... Oh, you changed the wrong name, you idiot. No, sorry. Didn't mean to call you that. You got to change the Pegasus figure name, not the made by name. There we go. You're Lua Gale by Lua Gale. All right. So, is everybody ready for this?
maybe.
All right. Then, without further ado, here's our train wreck. So, just to give you a brief intro once again, you are four members that decided to... You are four ponies, and you decided to come together in one big group because nobody else would have you, and you just kind of fell in that way, as is the rules of life. You also managed to find a nice little tree house that you made into your secret little clubhouse. Your clubhouse name is Working Title. Until you can actually...
Look, guys, I'm putting the description so Circuit doesn't get confused like when we were playing when we were doing Rome.
Oh boy.
I'm doing under the thing is going under is going to be our actual name, so Circuit doesn't get confused.
Basically, he wants to make sure that I don't confuse who is who.
Yep.
Though Silent Blast is kind of hard to confuse him. Lua Gale, I already know that's Toa because of the crap we just went. Scarlet is obvious for obvious reasons. And Morning Glory, by process of elimination, is blinked. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Let's go. Okay, so you are four foals in Trottletown, of course, a small community that is a farming community lying to the west between Canterlot and Manhattan. It's a quiet little town, usually doesn't get much attention, except recently, where it is actually celebrating its 20th anniversary since its founding. Of course, because it's only been 20 years, it's not exactly well known. However, word has still spread somewhat far and nearly wide about the great festivities going on for its 20-year anniversary, along with the fact that it actually has some of the best peaches and plums in the city's history. Of course, with 20 years is a festival, carnival of sorts, and along with that, there's also plenty of bazaars, people selling goods, and lots of happiness going around. It's summer. Places are hot, the sun is beating down, and school is out because you would all deep fry if you had to stay stifled in a room for 8 hours at a time. Of course, you four are a little bit anxious and eager to start practicing your talents and exercising your skills, as soon you will be going out of the schoolhouse and moving on to master your various cutie mark talents and traits. So today is technically the first day of the festival, week long, and you have all met in your tree house to figure out what you want to do.
All right. Before we even really start on this, let me get some water and put my kettle on.
All
But you guys start. It just acts like I'm just entering the conversation or some shit like that.
Of course, three of you have already met up, and the fourth one, and Silent, who is your more elusive compatriot, has unfortunately not shown up yet. Something about having to make tea for his mother.
Alright, I'll start. It's always the same thing, year after year. First day, yay, all hype. Then the rest of the week is bogged down by, oh, sorry, you can't fly here, there's a Pegasus race going. Or, oh, we have to have arts and crafts, so you can't walk this way. Kind of a pain in the butt, if you ask me.
I mean, you could not be trash and stop playing on our table.
Hey, I had to fly here because of the crowds, thank you very much.
Sorry, I was taking notes and things. I missed a little bit of that. You said peaches and what?
Peaches and plums.
Oh, and sir, quick question.
Yeah.
What mic do you use beside your headphones? Because I'm looking to at least buy a professional mic.
I had a Blue Yeti, but it's been absconded downstairs, and I have to get it back at some point. But yeah, but a Blue Yeti or a Snowball will actually be a really good professional mic for you. That's relatively inexpensive.
Dude, I found like one by M Audio that's like $60.
Yeah, Snowball's 50.
So peaches and plums, start of summer. Was there anything else important that I missed?
First day of a week of festivities for the 20th anniversary of the town.
First day.
First day.
Yeah.
First is day one.
Day one
of the festival.
Dawn of the first day.
Oh god, that ugly ass moon.
Town. What was
and
the town
I
name?
just decided with the complaint about
the town is Tinsel something. I have it down here. Trutzel. No, I based it off of Tinsel. Trutzeltown. It's Trutzeltown.
How do you spell that?
Shot.
TROT. SEL.
SLE.
Town. SLE. Town. Because I don't know how to spell town properly.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you could participate in the. You could actually participate in the race and be social with everybody. Maybe they wouldn't be in on the way of you all the time.
I tried that once, and all it did was get me a participation ribbon saying, "Good try."
You were the last winner.
If you get your key mark, it'll be better next year. That kind of soured that for me.
Congratulations, you crossed the finish line somehow.
You were the last winner.
And participating more, and you might actually win something. I mean, I got that first place medal for the kids one when I got my cutie mark.
Unlike you, I was not gifted with speed. Although I did get a nice third place from the art contest, my sculpture somehow floated away afterwards, though.
Yeah, we still need to find out how that actually happened.
I swear I made the right amount of cloud to stay put. But I don't know how or why it just floated away after it got judged.
Mysterious breeze.
In the house.
I mean, I was sneezing a lot that day because somebody, not naming names, brought in Paris sprites, so it could have been me.
Nah, I think it was one of the jerks of the class. Why is it that whenever we try and do something, someone wrecks our stuff or is looking down on us?
Because we're the lovable rejects.
that may be so, but we should have at least done something more with our young lives than just, oh, we get a cutie mark. Yeah. After so hard
we're
we
still in
get the one
school.
thing we want, now what?
We
Find
go
out what
off
to do.
and try and do
Find
our...
out what to do with it. But then
Jeez.
again, mine can have multiple applications.
Jeez, you're barely a teenager and you're already having an existential crisis. Jeez.
Well, you gotta think that.
No,
Josh,
I find it funny. That's all. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm doing the laughable stuff for later. I'm just being the blunt stuff at the moment.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what we have here. We basically took this old treehouse and made it into something to hang out at.
We brought a couple of crates in that we took from the trash can and stole some leftover paint from our parents.
Fair enough,
Well,
but
it looks nice.
I mean, when you apply enough clay to old clay, I mean, it can look like anything.
well, let's just be happy it hasn't fallen down on us yet.
Or any of us caught in tetanus.
That too.
That's why I went and hammered down all the nails when we came in here the first time.
So what should we do? Because we can have fun, but I'd rather spend one of our last summers together as a group, just enjoying being friends.
I mean, it's not like I'm not going to come down and visit here a lot unless you all go herring off in the country. I'm just going to be in Cloudsdale, maybe.
Knowing me and my talent, I'll probably be on the weather team here or in Cloudsdale. Doing my sculptures to make it all pretty until someone has to blow it away after the storm's done.
I could either, given my time, I could either join the Royal Guards, or I could just do competitions for fun. Either or, I'm still good.
What about you, Glory? What have you thought of?
In terms of where I will see myself in the future, or what to do for the summer?
Either or. It's all gonna come sooner or later.
Well, I think I'd like to help out Pony's medical center, see if I can learn something there.
That definitely seems at least somewhat interesting. At least we'll hear old stories of life experience. Plus, a few pranks wouldn't hurt. You know, like just buckets on top of doors. Nothing too mean.
No.
Oh, come on!
They're sick. Do you go to the hospital? Do you go to the center if you're anything but sick? Do you want to get covered in water if you're sick?
Yeah, it's already bad for him. Let's not make it worse.
I wasn't going to say for the patients. I was going more for the administrative area with the doctors.
I think they'd like that.
I don't get you sometimes.
Hey, my family let me raise me right, but let me have too much freedom.
That is not where that came from. I don't even have parents here.
Wait, what?
You never brought that up.
Okay. I go and stay in one second. I'm looking at stuff on the map.
You know, this is actually the fun way of role-playing this, where we know there's an objective, but we are just doing the character bit.
We're just bumblefucking around.
Hey, you guys do whatever you want. This is our way of experiencing the session, and if you want to take it to a crazy level, go for it.
I mean, haven't any of you ever wondered why I always meet up with you at the school, and why I was always at the school there first. I mean, I thought everyone at the school knew that I stayed there with Mistfoot.
You know, we
Miss
never really
Foot-
questioned
Is that our
that.
teacher's name?
Yeah.
It's
We
not
never
really any of our
questioned-
business. We always just thought you didn't have nothing better to do.
Yeah, that too. I mean, out of all of us, you're the studious.
No, it's second studious.
Yeah, Glory over there is smarter than me. I just spend way too much time practicing flying and dancing.
I will admit that is a very beautiful routine you got down. But really, what do we do? I mean, yes, we can go out and join in on the festival, but there's a lot of looky-loos that just come to be like, ooh, I have never seen such a quaint little festival. There's always such a big hullabaloo, like in Ponyville.
Well, at least let's hope nothing happens. Let's hope nothing really happens during this, though. So let's just go and play the games.
All right.
I mean, and if you don't make too big of a deal out of it, Lua, we'll have a great time and everything will be perfect.
No, but I swear, some of those games are rigged.
Of course they are.
Dude, just remember the rules of the carnies. Call shenanigans.
Yeah.
Besides, we're not really participating in those games to win. It's participating in them to have fun and laugh at people.
Fun might cheer me up a bit.
Yeah, and plus I think these guys don't. I think these guys haven't banned me from archery games. So let's go see.
Why? Because you who caused too many arrows to be split down the middle after bullseye?
Yeah, that and the fact that I can clear them out.
You know, we should really take you to the milk jug throw. You know the ball and milk jugs?
Yeah, that's why I said let's go.
All right. Oh, whee!
So where's this carnival supposed to be happening?
Alright, the main majority of the carnival is happening in the town square, but you do know that all the other buildings are having little festivities and events, so some of them are not exactly official. But basically everywhere is either having festival food or just having a general festive atmosphere, or maybe you just want to take a look around and see if anything might be going on, but the majority of the big carnival games and stuff is in the town square.
Okay, so town square we go.
Alright.
Right, you make your way down to the town square. As you see the big building there, it is amazing that even after 20 years, it looks like it's aged 100. I'm guessing it wasn't very well taken care of. Of course, recently there were some elections and the previous mayor got ousted. There was, didn't exactly understand, but something about conspiracies, adultery, three females. You're not exactly sure what exactly happened, but there was a giant scandal and a new mayor was put into place just recently. Of course, as you enter into the carnival center, you see that the new mayor is currently walking by. A female unicorn with a yellow coat and a black mane is talking very fervently to her secretary, who is following with a clipboard in hand in one arm and fervently trying to write with his teeth with another. Of course, as they're walking by, they don't seem to notice you or pretty much anything else, as they seem to be scrambling to try to keep things going for the festival and make plans for the big events. And then you see in front of you several stalls of varying types. You see very familiar games such as fishing out the goldfish with a paper net. You also see the bouncing the cup into a plastic cup. Well, bouncing a ball into a plastic cup. You see a little pup game with cork-filled guns and little targets. A few basketball games. Of course, several of them hold up signs easily saying "No magic," though you can't imagine why that would be.
All turn to our unicorn friend.
Of course, all over there are plenty of posters and papers plastered around talking about different events throughout the week, throughout the town, and also trying to make secret little announcements as various ponies of all sorts are running through the games and enjoying them. Though you do also see at the end of all of the carnivals and at the end of all of the little carnival tents is one big stage that is currently folded up as if waiting for a grand entrance.
I sense BS coming, and its name goes by the Great and Powerful something.
Also, is
You
it just
smell it, dude.
the unicorn mayor just have a enchanted quill and paper writing down while the Earth pony falls around with dossiers as opposed to having to write down everything?
Hey,
There-
Scar, you smell it, dude. I can see the air pretentiousness. Other than that, let's go check it out.
Lead on. I'm thinking of what pranks to pull this year.
Why not show up the pretentious pony? Nothing hurts.
That's
Nothing's
not
funnier
planned.
than
Ooh, they've got ring toss.
All right.
Also, what I was saying was more as a out of character thing,
I know.
but I expect Circuit to actually have done it.
But yes, I do have ring toss.
Sorry,
Alright.
just letting the naive take over there.
Alright, so as
So
you
Morning Glory is walking towards the ring toss.
As you
All
are
right.
walking towards the stage, you see Morning Glory suddenly prance over to the ring toss table, happy as a clam. Ow! I think somebody hit their head too hard. You okay over there?
No. I headbutted a not an actual thing. I just keep dropping my phone every
Oh,
time I pick it up.
Okay, that makes a little more sense, but it still sucks.
It's in an otter box. It's fine.
Anyway, they prancing over to the ring toss. Boom! Okay, maybe not!
I took naive, not clumsy.
Scar, are you okay?
Well, I'm just trying to mess with this rock, and I just keep dropping it. I don't know why.
Okay. So you go over to the ring toss game. You see a teal-looking teal-looking pony with a big carny hat sitting there with a big toothy grin, spinning rings on both his arms and his horn. Of course, he's keeping spinning at a very rapid pace, showing off more skill than you probably can imagine. Or maybe he just has been really bored and kind of figured out how to do it. But you see several prizes along the ring toss game, all of them on little pedestals. The bigger the prize, the bigger the pedestal, for obvious difficulty. Ranging anywhere from small little plushy figures to some little toy horns, kazoos, blowing whistles, and also a few magicless firecrackers.
Lua,
So,
you're
There.
not allowed to have those. We remember what happened last time.
Well, hey there, little fools. It looks like you're hankering for a little bit of a ring toss. Simple bing, one bit gets you 3 rings. You get one over the pedestal, you get the prize.
All right.
why not? I have at least something besides my mouth to use.
All right.
Nah, let's see. No, I don't really need my magic for this.
Yep.
I'll play.
Just remember, no magic involved. Unfortunately, we've had a few problems with unicorns and some sneaky tactics. We gotta play fair, or else nobody wins. Isn't that right?
All right, but I don't need magic.
All right. He holds up his hoof for a bit. Once you pay him the bit, he drops 3 rings right in front of you, ready for you to grab and toss.
All right. So, how are we going to do the circuit?
All right. Looking. Okay.
This is going to be a body check, I'm guessing.
I would think so too. In all honesty, I just wanted to double check. But yeah, there's only.
Did I still have to roll the dice?
You will have to roll the dice. Yes, it is a body check.
My body, mind, and charm are still D6s.
Yep, they are. So it depends on what you aim for. Depends on the difficulty and what you're gonna have to roll on the D6.
Okay, I'm rolling a 5.
Well, I mean,
and I got a 5.
Wait, have to roll at.
What are you targeting?
Aim on the pegs.
The far. How? All right. How far? Describe it to me. What's this setup like?
Okay. The easier smaller pegs are at the front, while the harder ones are in the back. Along the front. Yep.
I'm going for the back.
All right. The back is with the magicless fireworks and some really big plushies. This would be a difficulty of. Yeah, we will go with 5 on this.
Okay.
And we got 5.
And you rolled a 5, so the question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you toss 1 ring out. It sails majestically through the air, and you see it bounce on the pedestal for a second. You start worrying that it's about to fall off, but lo and behold, it catches on the edge and slowly slinks down, spinning around until it lands gracefully on the peg.
Okay, next up. I'll aim for the back again.
Alright, another 5.
Another 5.
You rolled another 5?
Yeah.
You sail it majestically, and this one pings along a little bit, and then also lands on top of the pedestal. This time, a little bit less show and pomp, but easily sliding into place. Of course, the carny pony is looking, and he seems to be sweating a little bit. Also, kind of has a bit of an annoyed look on his face too.
Come on, Sai, you can do it.
I can't imagine.
25% chance 3 in a row.
All right, since Mr. Carney, since this is getting too easy, how about I blindfold myself?
Don't do it, man.
Well, if you
take the difficulty up higher.
Well, boy, if you really want to blindfold yourself, I ain't one to object.
All right, Circuit. How harder would that? What would I have to roll for it to succeed?
9.
Say mine.
You would have to roll a 9.
So 9 or above. So that's 2. That's 2 dice.
No, I mean
you only have the 1 die.
you only have the D6 for the body, man. You can't do it
All right.
unless you manage to roll a perfect 6, and then you can actually do a succession on that one.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if my luck
Written in the book, or are you just making that up right now?
No, it is in the book. There's actually a succession thing where if something is outside of your normal skill, you can still go for it. And if you actually manage to roll the highest possible on your dice, you get to roll again and add to that.
Dude, I rolled a 6. I rolled a 6.
For shit!
All right.
Okay.
So I have to get 9 or above, right?
Yeah.
So anything above 3. Anything above 3.
You need a 4.
No, if you get 3.
I rolled a 12.
Did you really just roll 6 twice?
Yeah, I legit just rolled 6 twice.
Okay, you put on the blindfold and you toss it over. Okay, actually, here it is. Impossible test. The exploding hoof technique. Let's see. You roll a maximum value of your dice. You may roll the next best dice. For example, you roll a d6 on a d6, and you roll a d8. And if the d8 also rolls... Okay, I'm sorry. I goofed this.
What?
So what the exploding hoof is if you get a challenge that's above your normal, if you can roll the maximum on your dice,
you can use a bigger dice.
Then you roll a bigger dice, yes.
And if you get the biggest on that again,
then you roll the next biggest one, and you can keep going. So what you would have to do now, instead of another d6, you roll a d8.
All right.
And if you roll 8 on a d8, then you roll a d10, and that will be your chance to cinch the win. But
D8.
Yep. Anyway, CMC, if you really want to see it, it's on page 56, Impossible Tests.
CMC, one and below.
So either way, I still would have made it.
What did you roll on the d8?
8.
And then the d10?
All right, D10.
You have to roll a 9. You have to roll a 9 or higher, so that you've gotten to d8 on the d8, so now you're at a d10.
9.
You did?
Yeah. So it still made it.
An alicorn comes on high, says, "I give up. You guys win. You guys win at life. You guys suck, but you win at life."
Wait. So how's this carnival game work? You have to get all 3 rings to win the thing?
No, he won 3 times.
Oh.
He won 3 damn times. Okay, so you put on the blindfold and you toss the ring. The carny has a big smirk on his face, knowing that it doesn't seem like he's going to win, until somehow that ring swooshes down right on top of the peg.
No, for the bullshit that we had to go through.
If you had gotten a 10 or higher, then you could do a ricochet shot.
If you got a 10 or higher, you could have kept going. You could have kept going, and also, if you kept going higher, you could have made it ridiculously awesome.
Ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but more chances to fail.
More chances to fail, but in all honesty, you succeeded. Take it.
All right. So, guys, pick what you want.
So, he's just standing there dumbfounded. The entire carnival actually grows quiet for a moment as they see the impossible shot get lined up and sunk, letting out a loud cheer, except for half of the carnies who are suddenly gone quite pale, aside from the ring tosser, who basically has turned from teal to just plain light blue. And as he tries to stammer to come up with the words, he realizes he is lost, and says, "All right, you get 4 prizes from the top: giant plushies, magicless fireworks. We also have a few other toys, and even a Daring Do figure. We usually use that for, I think you've earned it."
Why would you want? Because I can't have the fireworks because of someone and bringing up the last time I had them.
What were you going to use the fireworks for anyway?
I would not tell you in order to keep you from going to jail.
This is why I worry about you.
I'll take the Daring Do.
What toys do you have?
Well, we have some plushies. Got a couple of Paris Wright plushies here. They're about as big as you, actually. They started to become popular recently. There's also a pony one here. It's shaped like our beloved Princess Celestia. We had some Luna ones, but they apparently got sold out to a fan. And we also have some bears, giant bears. Yeah.
I want the Wonderbolt one.
There was a Wonderbolt plush here. I didn't see that. Yeah. Okay, here you go.
Giant teddy bear, please.
he reaches up, grabs the Wonderbolt plush, hands it over, then hands over the giant teddy bear that easily almost swallows you up in its own fuzziness with its size. And he's still apparently trying to collect himself at this point.
You have become one with the bear.
I'll take the Daring Do action figure.
You already did.
Okay, I got that. Alright, I'll add it to my list.
And finally, for the one that won it all.
You know what? I'll just take the fireworks.
Alright, he reaches over and grabs a package of the Magic List fireworks and hands it off to you. He then reaches under the table, puts up a sign saying back in 15 minutes, and he goes outside with floating what looks to be a big bottle of apple cider. And after all of the applause and celebration, looks like every pony started to focus on their own activities and everything. Though granted, now all of the carnies are watching you guys a little closer.
You know, here I thought you were going to have him just start doing a Squidward, saying "foals."
No, I think he's just too stunned for his own good at this point. Wait,
Yeah, I tend to side go. You have more than archery with that Kinuma, don't you?
That was all luck at the end.
No. Archery is basically just math.
And as you begin talking, you start to hear a loud fanfare coming from the stage that was at the other end of the carnival. It starts to fold out as big trumpets blare and sparks begin to fill the air as ponies begin to gather around at the incredible sight. A poof
Okay,
of
sorry, I missed all of that other than the fact that I got the giant bear plush. Brother called, and I should be getting ready to grab pizzas now.
Okay.
Mine's a sword.
So anything that I need to know that I
Ponies
missed there?
on pizza, right?
Well, you already know that they got the plushies. Silently got.
And he took a 15-minute break with alcohol.
Yes. And the stage was starting to fold out, and large fanfare was starting to play with sparkles and smoke and stuff.
I wonder where
Fun.
we've seen that before.
Let's go
Who
see.
knows?
Hey, Scar, do you get a feeling of pretentiousness coming along?
I feel and smell way too much glitter in the air.
I can feel neuroticism coming.
And a big poof comes out, and you hear speaking loud enough to be overheard, as ponies gather all around to watch the stage. As a voice cries out, "Come one, come all, for the great and powerful." Yeah, we all saw this one coming. Trixie.
Aw, I wanted it to be great and powerful, Steve.
And
I
Trixie.
was expecting Kevin at the end of it.
And Trixie comes out, though she looks like she's in top. This pony looks in top form. You can see that her cape looks a little tattered. Her hat seems to sag a bit, and she almost looks like she has giant bags under her eyes and is almost trying to force a smile at this point.
The great and powerful Trixie looks like she needs a great and powerful nap, though.
You know I have special clouds to do that, right?
Yeah.
Want me to go do it?
Mm-hmm. We'll keep her distracted.
She starts to announce it. Starts off as really robust as the intro, as she says, "Come, Hello, everybody! I am here to perform great feats of magic for your eyes. It slowly seems to taper off a little bit as the energy almost slowly kind of dies from her voice, though she keeps continuing to keep the act up.
You can see the fatigue.
You can see the fatigue.
I go over there, plop down, and start watching.
Alright. I'm going to do a series of dice rolls. For fly, and then cloud wrangling, and then body.
You only have D6.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for the flying. Obviously, flying is pretty intuitive to you, but depending on how fast you go is how high you roll.
Alright, I am on the D6 here. I roll it. I got a 1.
You are very slowly flying towards a cloud.
Okay.
It will take you at least 5 minutes to get to the cloud.
And then I'll go to the D4 to get my skill. I'm on that now. I roll. I
Anyway.
got 3.
While he's doing all of this random shenanigans schmucks with cloud wrangling, I grab Morning Glory and I drag her over to the great and powerful Trixies.
Alright, this is me
So-
speaking out of character. So, sir, we're supposed to be about the same age as the Crusaders.
Actually,
Right.
you're actually a little older than the Crusaders. I wanted to see if I can get you guys to guess about what time frame I'm actually placing this in.
This is after season 1, definitely. At least Ghostbusters.
Yep, you got that part right.
Yeah, so
Boss, you have to remember, I've had to do extensive research for 5 years just to write a fan fiction involving this, so...
Extensive, you say?
Fan fiction, you say? Well, fair enough.
alright, let's continue.
All right.
3 on
So,
my D4, so...
yep, you're able to wrangle it, but it takes you a while to get there, and then you grab it with relatively ease because of your slowness, oddly enough. Of course, as this is going on, Trixie is performing little feats here and there, making streamers shoot from her hooves. Flowers appear, though she tries to grab them and almost trips a little bit, dropping them from her hooves for a second. She grabs it with her horn. It almost looks like it's part of the act, which actually gives a little gasp and a slight bit of applause. As she continues to set off sparks and doing everything she can to put on a little show. So now you got the cloud, and they're watching.
And
Alright.
I'm going to use my creative flair, which mark is, again, a D6, and just sculpt a go to sleep Trixie into said cloud. You can get it to roll right. Rolling. Ah, dang. I got a 1. Oh, well.
As you try to sculpt it, it looks like goat sheep Trixo.
I'm like, dang it!
Of course, you finish shaping it, not realizing what you put down because of the closeness of it and how you're wrangling the cloud. Trixie seems to look up, and you could almost see a moment where she's completely puzzled at what the world that is, and just continues to ignore it, thinking it might be for something else, or maybe a bad advertisement or something.
Wait, I did that wrong.
And of course, the rest of you look up and you see Goat Sheep Trixo.
Oh, wait, what?
Also, CMC's already left, so...
Yeah. And CMC is just kind of watching with her giant bear at the moment. Though, while this is going on, suddenly you hear a loud... Lua, you hear a loud voice. And you see a very angry Pegasus start to fly up towards you. that is actually gold colored with a black mane.
Is it
And
Mischief?
And you know him immediately as the sheriff of the town.
Hi, Chef.
Lua, down.
Yes.
He points down to the ground, telling you to land. And as you are flying down to the ground, he does a quick back kick and dissipates the clouds back into their normal shapeless form as he glides down with you. Now, Lua, we talked about this.
I didn't do anything wrong. I was actually saying go to sleep, Trixie.
You know better than to interrupt performers when they're performing. And yeah, I admit that she looks a little bit worse for the wear. That could be considered heckling. And remember, you set the last time you tried to pull a stunt like this, you set that fool's hair on fire.
It grew back. Also, they got a cool exploding cutie mark out of it.
That wasn't an exploding cutie mark. That was dust on their flank.
Why do they still have the exploding cutie mark on them?
That's not an exploding cutie mark.
That's just burns.
Okay, I can't. I admit, I'm trying my best to think of something to counter with this, but I can't. That's an animation cutie mark. He's apparently he apparently loves writing cartoons. I mean comics. It's a comic cutie mark.
It's burn marks or something like that is what I was thinking.
It's like the Batman POW thing.
Also, CMC, I forced you over there. Trixie show, so you're sitting next to me.
I know, I'm just giving out of character thoughts.
No, I know. I was telling you because I didn't think.
Now, Lua, right now I do not have time for you and your pranks. Especially right now. As he's talking to you about this, he's actually looking around shiftily, like he's eyeballing and trying to keep an eye out for something. So you go ahead, go back to your friends, but if I catch you up there, I will be reporting you to your parents.
Yes, sir.
And I promise you, you will be grounded. And you know when it comes... No, when it comes to Pegasus, he knows exactly what he means by saying grounded.
Yes, sir. Sadly, and wings above, flaps down and sits.
Not the binders.
And this happens.
He turns around and then starts heading off in a rather quick direction over to a couple of his deputies and starts to speak with them, pointing in different directions as they continue spreading and looking around the carnival.
I do notice that as I float down, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right. Normally, I'm the only problem the sheriff has. Someone's stealing my thunder.
And as that happens, big cracks of thunder occur, and two giant glowing serpent snakes begin to intertwine and wrestle one another on the stage floor. And then suddenly they're attacked by a giant glowing bear.
I look at that and I go, those are stick figures. I don't say it out loud, but I mumble it.
I shove him over and go, shush.
Morning Glory is cheering.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the attempt. Be nice.
I was trying to be nice.
No, you weren't.
And of course, for a moment, you
We
can
lost
almost
silent.
No. Really, we lost silent already?
He's not in the call. He didn't say anything, so I think his internet just went out.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, if you can't tell, I'm getting a little bit of Naruto with this character. Not the Boo-hoo, my parents are dead, but the prankster part of Naruto.
No, I believe it.
He said it. He said it.
Oh, there you are, Silent.
Yeah.
Alright, thought we lost you for a second there.
No, somebody wanted me real quick, so I just told them what I'm doing.
Okay. Alright, so now Trixie, you see for a moment that Trixie actually brings up another bear, and it almost looks like a figure of her almost comes up for a second. She almost looks terrified for a second before everything dashes away, and she just seems to stumble on herself for a moment before making big giant clouds of smoke appear and trying to play it off as an act.
I think there's something she's not telling us.
Hey, but she's not telling us anything.
Plus, remember that you guys are pretty isolated. You have no clue what the hell is going on.
It's a story, and she's super sleepy. Of course, she's gonna stumble over herself. Just enjoy the show. Come on, you're reading too much into this, Lua.
After something awesome happened.
And then finally, she starts to set up for the ending by having several magical instruments appear in sparks and begin playing a jaunty tune as she sets off streamers and sparkles all over the crowd in time to the music. Which would have been incredibly impressive if it wasn't for the fact she accidentally misaims one of the streamers and it actually set somebody's afro on fire.
Alright.
I mean, that's their fault. They shouldn't have an afro in this day and age.
I'm just happy it wasn't me this time.
Of course, there's some panic gasps, and very quickly you see the great and powerful Trixie grab a bucket off stage, already filled with water, and throw it on top of the pony, dousing them. Of course, also dousing the afro, which looks less afro-y now. And everything gets quiet for a moment before she stammers out, shows over comeback for next time, and retreats backstage with the stage closing up relatively quickly.
I think we should talk to her.
I think the great being in the sky is hinting at us to talk to her.
Hmm.
On a serious note, I mean, we could talk to her, or we could go see what the sheriff's doing, and just shove Lua under a cloak or something to keep him out of sight.
I think we should talk to her because we can always find out what the sheriff's doing after we talk to a person that won't be here.
It's the sheriff. He's here. He has to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but whatever he's after could be done by the time we're done talking to her. And I mean, come on. This is the first day of an entire week of shows. And she's a pull-out of schedule. Scheduled for all 7 days.
Dude, this is a thing of... She may have the show, but think, if she's going like this, it's only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Are we going to go to...
It's only going to get worse, and probably some ponies going to get harmed in the latest show, worse than Afro did.
My Afro!
Why are you calling... never mind. So what, are we going to go steal some of the sleep flowers from the biology classroom or botany classroom and sneak them into her food?
No. It's best just to talk to her.
Also, Lua, no, you're not allowed to go get those, even after we talk to her.
Use it
No.
on. I have others could use that.
One of these days, we're gonna have to put you on a leash.
Tell us the new fucking new Rusticult.
As you're all talking, naivete has to come into play. She's wandering off somewhere.
Glory.
Okay, you see,
Glory. I pounce on
Decided if
top
she's
of her.
wandering toward the Trixie's wagon or toward anywhere else. So roll a die, figure out where she's going.
okay, let's see here. Give me actually a quick second. 1, 2,
And
3,
be right
4,
back.
5. Okay, roll a 6-sided dice. I think I know exactly how we can do this.
So how long are we going to be streaming for?
Let's see. I think we'll end at our normal usual end time, which is probably in about 30 minutes. Yep. 30 minutes, if not sooner, if people start to wear out pretty quickly here. But we seem to be okay for the most part.
Let's just stop when we talk to Trixie.
Everybody, well, if you talk to Trixie, we don't know where Bluey is wandering off to.
To her, to bedroom, to sleep, because reasons.
Well, let's see. Rolling a dice, and
6.
yep. Okay, now how did
Rolling a dice.
Okay, Morning Glory starts to head back into the row of carnival tents and towards the town hall.
When I notice she's walking away, I run up, pounce on her back, and go, "What you doing?"
Oh, I'm just looking. Well, actually, she would have to be the one to say something, wouldn't she?
Yes, I mean it is a player character.
Yes, it is.
There's fun games over here.
Well, then, onward to the games. I stand up on the back hoops and point towards the games.
Well,
Yes, I'm still on your back.
All right. So you see that two of you, Silent and Lua. You see Scarlet and Morning Glory start to head back towards the different carnival games.
I think they're not too happy if we have Silent with us after the ring toss.
Yeah, so I'm going to Trixie.
Yeah, same.
All right. So Silent
Glory's going this way anyways.
and okay,
Lua.
Silent and Lua. Why did I kept mixing that up somehow to me?
I'm red.
No, that's not what I was mixing up. It's hard to explain, but okay. Now, so
You look brown.
okay, you two start going to the carnival games and you start to look over the different fun ones that could be played. Of course, it looks like the carnies are a little bit more relaxed now that you've separated from the one who shall not be named.
Hey,
What, they don't know his name?
Dude, I said I was going to go to Trixie because since I won perfectly, so I'm going to let the heat die down before I attempt again.
I know, I was just having fun with the whole he who should not be named thing here.
Come on, Lola, let's just go talk to Trixie.
While they're doing that, I point Morning Glory towards the Goldfish catch game.
All right, so you two head for the Goldfish catch game, while the two go over to the back area of the stage. And the back of the stage, you see a little trailer that apparently looks like the Great and Powerful Trixie's home. It's made more apparent as Trixie is sitting outside of it, looking forlorn on the ground, almost like she's been crying for a while, and just completely stuck and destroyed.
All right, I walk up to Trixie.
As you walk up to her, she looks up and gives out a startled gasp before suddenly darting into the trailer. You hear a lot of scrambling, scrumbling. The trailer is shifting around a bit, and then suddenly she pops out, and it almost looks like she's 10 times better somehow. Though, granted, it probably would due to the fact that she probably put on a few better outfit, a little bit of makeup, and washed off the tears from her face as she stands in front of you, trying to look haughty and overconfident. Well, it looks like we got admirers of the great and powerful Trixie sneaking up on her as she's finished her performance. Well, normally the great and powerful Trixie does not go for such go for such dang it, what's the damn word?
Patsies.
Well, I was gonna say abruptness, but not exactly that. Forwardness, for such forwardness of her fans, but she shall go ahead and entertain you.
You haven't slept, have you?
What?
No, this is just the bluntness of me. This is just my character's bluntness.
Yeah,
No-
Trixie's
no-
reply was what?
Yeah, just what?
Well, we can notice the bags in your eyes, seeming that you haven't slept in at least 5 days.
Huh?
I was
The
thinking like 6.
the great and powerful Trixie can sleep 5 days a week if she wants to. She just hasn't felt like it is all.
Yeah,
Get underneath the makeup.
yeah. Even though you're older, you do know lack of sleep for unicorns is not the best of ideals, since our magic is mental based, right?
Well, Trixie is a higher level unicorn than most. She can handle this.
Even
She's-
Celestia will fall to fatigue.
Celestia wishes that she had the greatness and the poise of the great and of Trixie.
Just
Right there, before
trails
the-
off. Just trails off.
Mhm.
Just Trixie.
Before the fall.
Before the fall? Come
Yep.
on, bro. It's after the fall right now.
The reason why I can do what I still have my skills is due to my cutie mark deals basically with math.
Well, mine is a natural phenomenon that I just use to try and I remember how to spell.
Didn't Trixie see you saying something about goat sheep?
It was go to sleep, Trixie, but because I was not looking at it from anything other than right up front, it kind of got lost in translation. You would not believe how much the chef thinks I'm just trying to be a showboat for showboat's sake.
The great and powerful Trixie can understand being a showboat. Maybe there is something to. The great and powerful Trixie could probably use a nap before her next show.
Yeah, it's because Trixie, if you keep going at it like this, you're going to do something worse than set a pony's hair on fire.
Yeah, it's not like anyone noticed the Trixie versus Bear and your shocked expression about it.
Trixie did that pony a favor. Afros
Just 'cause
haven't
what
been in since the Celestial Age.
Just because what happened in Ponyville spread to the rest of the towns doesn't mean that you
What do
can't-
you know about what happened to Ponyville?
We did hear rumors how some idiots kid thought you were perfecting magic.
Mm-hmm. And how technically it wasn't your fault that 2 idiots brought an Ursa Minor town where the student of the princess lived.
The great
But
powerful.
then-
Trixie has no idea what you're talking about. Trixie has never been to this Podunkville that you're speaking of, or met this purple unicorn.
But then again, the reason it makes sense why the princess students would outstage you in magic.
Mm-hmm.
Trixie doesn't know of any students or any princess.
Yeah,
The great and powerful Trixie is tired and is exhausted of talking to her fans. And she quickly floats over a couple of signed autographs out of nowhere, out of the back of her trailer into your faces as she quickly retreats into the trailer. The great and powerful Trixie is going to get some sleep. Do not disturb her.
Don't forget to practice your magic constantly.
And with that, the door shuts and you can hear a latch.
Something hard.
The door shuts and a latch is heard.
Clunk, clunk.
Well, that went better than I thought.
Yeah, hopefully she takes the advice, or the sheriff, or she's gonna be having a meeting with the sheriff. Which
I
I'm
can
pretty.
see what our two friends are doing.
Yeah, let's go enjoy the rest of this.
As you start to walk off, you see the mayor and her aide scuttling over to the Trixie's trailer.
On second thought, let's go hear this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A quick knock is made by the assistant, and you hear her loud, "The great powerful Trixie says she didn't want to be disturbed by fans anymore today." And as she opens up the top, and then immediately goes a little paler and wide-eyed as she realizes obviously it wasn't you two anymore. But
and she's in her pajamas now too.
Now she's not in anything, which technically would be her pajamas, I guess. And she takes a quick look and sees that it is the mayor and her assistant, and bites her lip for a moment before regaining composure. "Oh, my apologies, Mayor. Trixie didn't know it was you." "Now, Trixie, we brought you here because we heard of your great skills and your wonderful talent of amusing everybody. Not to light my citizens' hairs on fire. Trixie is very sorry about that. She was trying out a new trick, and unfortunately it went off. She doused it pretty quickly, and he looks better. Yeah, we all know that the afro doesn't look good on him. He doesn't listen, but that still does not matter to the fact that you set him on fire. Now, Trixie, we brought you on here despite what we heard in Ponyville. But we cannot have you causing these accidents." Trixie understands. She promises that the next performance will be good and no pony will catch on fire again. "Trixie, we know you're looking hard for work, and we did hire one rather cheap. But if this does happen again, unfortunately we will have to rescind the contract and ask you to leave." Trixie understands. She'll do better next time. She just kind of stares down on the ground, and obviously holding back any emotion that she's feeling right now. But doing a really pale job of it as the mayor and her assistant start to head off to go and take care of other carnival duties towards the farm. She kind of stands there staring at the ground for a while before she slowly retreats. And you hear the door slowly close until it clacks and latches.
So I guess we know what we're doing for the next few weeks. For the next week. Oh, god damn it.
What?
What's that?
Nah, since I'm with Toe, let's see. Did he... Toe, are you there? I think he went to sleep.
Really? Toa went to sleep
That's a
before you?
first. Toa.
Toa, are you there? You might be muted.
Toa.
Give
No,
us a
he's not
sign.
muted.
No, I mean, he might be muted, like I can mute myself here like this. But it doesn't indicate I'm muted on Discord. Toa, give us any sign that you're alive. Type in the RPG chat if you're there, maybe.
Dude, alright. Let's just end it here.
Well, after one last thing here, because we have two people that are outside of this that are catching goldfish.
Yep.
Oh, there you are!
Trash goblin.
Jeez, this is like the second time this has happened. Jeez. All
I
right.
did it on purpose, I swear.
I'd actually wonder that too.
I had to help my mother.
But say something. Dang it. Anyway, what we're gonna say to Toa there?
No, I just told him that what I said. I know what we're going to do for the next few days.
Try and cheer Trixie up.
Well, I boast her confidence enough that she can actually work properly.
All right.
Out people up without pranking them.
We're not pranking her. We're going to actually just be her assistants.
All right. One in charge of fireworks. I'm not,
Not
having a
you.
repeat of what happened last time.
Not you, and I'm pretty sure she's good enough with pyrotechnics on her own.
All right. And while you two are discussing that and seeing all the events going on, Scarlet, you and Morning Glory go over to the goldfish tanks. You see that this one requires using a paper fan that is very flimsy but still able to catch fish. And you see different goldfish of varying sizes, including some very large ones.
Okay, what are the prizes?
The goldfish.
The goldfish, dude.
Just, okay.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we got some small ones and some big ones.
Hey Josh, just letting you know, I may just go right here. Just fill me in.
All right. Well, they're just gonna possibly catch goldfish if they want to, and then that'll probably be it.
All right.
I want the biggest and fattest one.
All
Give me
right.
this.
Okay. You see the carny come up?
Small one.
Okay. All right. You want to get the goldfish? It's very simple. You got this little bowl here. You got the goldfish there. You just scoop it up with your hoof and you put it in the bowl before it rips through the paper. Of course, these papers are very tricky. These are made out of these are special papers. You get them wet, they get very, very weak. You can still get the fish. But the bigger the fish, of course, the bigger the problem if you don't catch it quick enough. So, that will be 1 bit per scoop.
Okay.
So Crimson goes for a large one. Sorry, let me rephrase it. Scarlet goes for a large one, while Morning Glory goes for a smaller fish. Morning Glory, you have these are both body checks. For the smaller fish, it will be a body check of 3. Scarlet, yours is a body check of 6. Because you have to be... Well, you're going to have more than enough body attempt to get this then.
Mine's 6. So, mayhaps I'll be a boss.
So, yep, you both have to roll... Well, what... You have somebody has to roll a D8 for Morning Glory. Anybody want to volunteer on that?
I'll do it, but I'm doing mine first. Also, I have 5 bits out because, you know...
Right.
I'm attempting really hard.
5
So,
attempts. Yes. So you're going to try 5 times. Okay.
Yes. Also, this is a point of pride for her. Because precision. Because this thing is all about precision.
All right. Toa, you go ahead and roll for, yeah. But it's a D8.
I have a D8.
Go for it.
There we go.
Holy shit.
Oh, wait, that's D10, and it was a 10.
Yeah, unfortunately we need a D8.
Roll that, and that one got to be a 2 there.
That's not a D8.
I thought that was a D8.
This is the D8.
Oh.
It's the one that looks like a diamond.
And it has 8 sides.
Yes.
Roll.
So for
Okay, Scarlet, you put on your game face, and then suddenly all the carnies look as they recognize that unfortunate face, and then suddenly swoosh, the fish vanishes from the water, and you grab it into the paper fan. Oddly enough, the giant size of the fish actually works against it, as the paper starts to break, but the fish body itself holds onto the sides of the paper fan. And you plop it into the water just before it could finally slip through the edges. And you have the giant goldfish in a bowl. Meanwhile, Morning Glory makes a squeeze through, and what did you get, Toa?
I got an 8.
Morning Glory actually swooshes through, and she manages to grab the fish. Not only does she manage to do so, she launches it out of the water. It flies 2 feet in the air and splashes right into the bowl with relative ease, and the paper fan is still intact. And right now, everybody in the carnival is looking and wondering, what in the hell?
Yeah,
And
this point,
and now the carnies have realized that all of you are trouble.
Hold on. At that point, Morning Glory is going to say, does this mean I get to go again?
The carny just kind of gets a pale face, but nods, considering it is that you pay for the fan, you don't exactly pay for the fish. So you do get to go again. So roll another D8.
So while she asks that, Scarlett's just kind of like hopping up and down and squeeing and hugging and
Roll again.
and
And
hugging
oh,
the
it got
Lori.
it. Became an 8 again. I rolled that. It's 8 once again.
And hugging Glory and going, see, precision.
It's 8.
Precision is the way.
It's 2. That's an 8. So count
Okay. Alright, I am going to count it. Okay, she swoops in once again. And somehow another fish flies out, same as the first, landing into the bowl. The carny actually gets more pale. And people are just watching even more with surprise at this point. As now 2 fish are swimming in the bowl, and the paper fan is still very intact.
I'm just staring at her at this point.
Okay, Toa, do me a favor. Instead of just hovering your mouse over the dice and just tapping R, could you block it in with your thing and not that? Just drag your mouse so you put it in a square and then tap R really quickly so you don't have to keep your mouse over it.
Highlight it. and
Highlight it,
spam
yeah.
R.
Highlight it and then tap several times and then let go.
All right, and
Ugh.
it's a 5.
Alright. Morning Glory goes in once more. She grabs another fish. This time it's not as spectacular, but she does grab it into the net. Of course, all the water and 2 fish attempts so far cause the net to start to give way, but she manages to give it one little oomph, and it flops into the air and slides into the bowl as the net finally breaks, leaving a bowl of 3 fish. Small fish. And the carny just continues to look on, slightly paler, but with a sigh of relief as the paper pan finally breaks.
I grab both the bowls and hold them up. And are you all selling fish food here?
We actually we do. We do realize that these fish are need to be taken care of. Over at the other end of the booth, we have bowls, food, accessories. And she points over to a cashier that apparently has been completely oblivious to everything going on, mostly because he's trying to sell. He's quickly selling bowls and food and little plastic rocks.
I mean, catching fish is a good thing for the goldfish guy. That means we spend more money on fish food, which is horribly overpriced and expensive.
Actually, the funny thing is it was apparently a boon for the ring toss guy as well. As you walk over to the cashier in order to look at their pet supplies for the goldfish, do you see that a crowd of ponies going for the ring toss. Of course, none of them are doing quite as spectacularly as Silent, and the carny is smiling a little bit brighter because a lot of them suddenly feel very lucky. Like if a kid could do it, we can do it. Wah, wah. And the same will probably happen with the goldfish monger. But before we stop breaking my trees. But before we end out, do you buy any fish equipment for your fishies?
Of course. I buy pretty little plastic rocks, a bunch of fish food, and some fake kelp.
All right. All of that together runs you about 5 bits. And Morning Glory, did you get any?
I'll get back to you on that. I'm about to be in the parking lot.
Fair enough. Well, we're probably finishing up anyway, so we'll catch that up afterwards, okay? I'll take that as a yes.
And I named him Steve. He is Steve the Goldfish.
Alright, and as you two finish up your goldfish shenanigans, you do see the other two come up to you, and it looks like they got quite a story to tell.
You would not believe how much that Trixie has so little confidence, but such a showboat.
And that will end it for now. So, that is our first session. I'm done and done. What do you guys think of it so far?
I like it being a little bit more freer than Roan, simply because this is just act like you're in the show.
Fair enough.
If you had done the sneaky thing and said, you get the sniffles, and hinting it to me that there were parasprites nearby, I would have just started doing pinky level of sneezing shenanigans, like inflating and deflating.
Hey, I told you, I'm not going to abuse something like that easily. I want to make it fit into context.
I expect abuse of this at some point.
There will be abuse of it. There will be abuse.
To an extreme attempt. That's why I put it there.
There will be abuse of it. I'm just going to make sure it actually fits into context and not just because I suddenly want to make you sneeze out of nowhere.
Well, also, the other thing is, since I'm working with Trixie, technology that I haven't seen before, and my shiny will kick in.
I like how we're slowly turning you into the juvenile.
The what?
Toa's character.
Oh.
The juvenile delinquent.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, I'm trying to play a little bit better. I may be reading a little bit of Naruto, going into that at the moment, but I'm also kind of like, I don't like always being the straight man. I want to be the goofy one.
You want to be Scootaroo.
Okay, well, I'm going to admit, I did have a few ideas out here for you guys. Honestly, the Trixie angle was just for something frivolous, so I'm surprised you actually grabbed it and managed to run with an event on it. So, I had several things planned around town to catch you on the hook on something, and you grabbed the one thing I didn't bait.
I mean, the two things that you baited on me, the sheriff being all shifty-eyed, and the mayor running around.
Well, granted, I expect you to explore the town a little more than going right for the carnival. But hey, what can I say? Thinking about it, that was kind of a dumb move on my part.
I also gave you.
So, Morning Glory got a couple more bowls and some food.
All right.
And a couple rocks for each bowl.
All right. Morning Glory is charged 15 bits altogether then.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
At least you have more backstory, Circuit.
Yep.
I mean, I live in the public library in the school with Miss Misttooth, who is either the librarian, or is it is one of the or the principal. I don't know which one it would be.
Mm.
And if someone could take some extra notes in the RPG chat for me to write down later. Can you not ring me? If you need the trunk open, I can pop that.
I'm guessing family.
Yeah, probably.
What we have outside of you now have 3 fish.
You have 3 fish. Okay, well we can notate all of this in the RPG chat, but let's go ahead and end the stream here because I'd say we're good now. So all has been said, all has been done, all has been had, all has been fun.
And I have my big fat Steve.
So I'm gonna make sure I have the town saved first. There we go. And with that, for those of you watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and have a good night.
Night all.
Good night.